Everybody, and welcome to another episode for Hotspot for Trend TV. My name is Isa Perry. They call me the Talk guy. This is now Hotspot where ABC where they talk about everything where they happen around Nigeria, where they happen around the world, anything where they happen for social media. What we like to talk about now, yeah, the dissect time for Hotspot for Trend TV. Today we want to talk about something where they affect Nigeria currently, and this one has to do with me and you because you know what they happen. Me self know what they happen. This one. Inflation. Yes, so a lot of things don't they happen for Nigeria, and the festive period don't they near, we don't they hear C4, don't they go up, we don't they hear things, don't they high. So we don't they hear a lot of things. I've been an area where we say people know they bring and come outside mostly. You know, so we talk about that one last week. Today we get somebody where we bring come today. We want to tell us the kind of things where they happen for the inflation. For those of you who don't know what inflation mean, now rise in cost of things where they happen, and the value of the currency they go down. You understand? Things they go high, but money they go down. So you go to ask yourself questions. What thing they happen? What be really the cost of all these things? Now, why we bring our guest, no other person than Mr. Evans King, in a consultant and a very wonderful graphic designer for the city of Warri Delta State. Boss, how you doing?
Hey, Mr. Easy. Brother, nice meeting you.
Yeah,
I don't hear you. Where?
You see,
it's good to meet you.
We don't blow. Thank you very much for coming to our studio today to talk about these things. Our first question, what we would like to ask you now. What will be the major cause of this inflation for Nigeria? Because so far so good, you don't see some kind. For where they say would they buy 170, 180, now with the yes now 230, would they get 250, 235? Many. What will be the cause of this inflation? I will let me shoot mouth for the matter.
Yeah, thank you, Easy. Quickly, a lot of persons they confuse this inflation thing for just price change. Okay. Inflation not be just overnight thing. Now something will don't happen over a period of time, and it has to be gradual. That's why the definition when you give that time, you say an increase in price, but you have to include over a period of time. So and this increase they happen gradually. Now they determine the different stages of inflation. And inflation, they measure and what they call the rate of inflation differ. Make you think of the different kind of inflation. So what did they cost them majorly? Now the drop down in the value of the naira. Today you get 10 naira. You fit take and buy 2 cups of garri. Tomorrow you reach market. They say, now 1.8 cups of garri you go fit buy. You say, okay, Festive manager. Next tomorrow you reach market, they say now 1.6 cups you go fit buy. The next day, they say 1.5. Before you know, they say 1.2. Before you know, now 0.8. Before you know that, you call the shout, this money not get value again, no. I don't be carrying when I buy 2 cups for 10 naira. Today now, you know if you see and buy like that. So true life story. My garri plug back in the days, now for after the market, a full market for PTI Road. There was man now they sell the garri for them. If you dey worry for a phone, you go know that man. They sell garri. I buy garri from that man. Basket of garri, 200 naira. If I buy on 1,000 naira garri, I say, I go shatter keke go house. So, but now, as I'm talking to you, I bought garri yesterday, 1,400 for one basket with plenty abeg. Because the woman say no, garri now 1.5 for basket. So that increase where they happen like that, so that be the inflation. And majorly, the cost now say the value of the naira, the money what you carry, with money where you go carry today to enter market, when you go carry come up for market, your high, you not go believe. That is the inflation. So the major way they cost them, they say the value of the naira, though they go down, and government get to do something about it.
Okay, you don't talk and finish for that particular angle. Meaning, say the naira we need to work on that. And the second question I want to ask the fuel price and scarcity, is it necessary? Because people don't talk about saying I'm waiting the cost some, I've been waiting on the cost some. So I would like to ask now, is it necessary?
Personally, you know, this one with this, so I not be economic expert, one. I know be financial experts too, and I know the government to tell you, say, this is what we are passing through, this is what we are experiencing. So everything now, the analysis what we they give now based on what we they experience for streets and how we feel. So personally, me, I not think say it ain't necessary. But majorly, what me I feel personally is that a lot of these things we're supposed the government control, yes, not the government hand. As a matter of fact, a stable economy will mean that the government is in charge of the economic parameters, production and everything. Government should be in charge. For this oil in particular, where you mentioned, so Nigeria as an oil producing nation should not be experiencing scarcity
at all.
But before we come into this stage, I mentioned I'm saying now private organizations now they import oil now. So instead of government to tell you, say, this is how much we will sell oil, these companies will tell you, say, this is how much we imported the oil. If you tell us we will sell like this, we're not going to make profit. Sure. So then go on sell their own amount so that they can make some money. But that will not be the major issue. Now, the other small companies and organizations, when they retail the fuel, where they know they directly import, now they cause the scarcity majorly now. So if you enter streets now, you go see say that very few fuel stations they sell fuel.
Yes.
And everybody go tell you say they don't get fuel. But they go the few way they sell at 250, 230, 240. But all of them, I bet you, all of them get fuel. Now why I say now government they in charge, we say before you know, DPR go begin the waka. Say any fuel station where not they say they go lock up. Any fuel station where not they say they go lock up. Now these stations now they will come to tell you say we not get. Yes. We not get.
If it is safe for black market too.
No. Oh, this is the way you talk just last way. That's better problem for Nigeria. Not the only because with the talk of inflation, you mention fuel, and I mean with the talk and go this angle. This is the way they call black market too. It is for every sector of life for Nigeria. That's why they say government not there in control of the economic factors of our country. Now make we they suffer. For example, school. Government school, not they open. Private schools, they work. Bank, if you enter bank, you not go see money. ATM, you not go see. POS, they the corner, they work. Make I give you another example. NEPA, I go NEPA office, I want buy recharge. They say they not get network. But I see my NEPA office, they say they not get network. But BDC woman where they the corner there, they work. Okay. She go, they go direct you, say they
use different network.
So all of these things, they tell you, say government, not they in charge of the things. When it's supposed to make normal man, they go market buy, do normal financial exchange easily. So they don't leave them for the general public. That's why during inflation, I say we never reach there. But let me just say it so that in case we don't mention it. No, during inflation, the way some people they cry, say things are hard. Other people they happy say, oh boy, I don't hammer. That is why at every point in the society, inflation they favor some people, you know they favor others. And the people you know they favor, economics people they call them those way they earn fixed income. They earn salary, they go work, they pay you monthly. Anybody where they earn fixed income, inflation not they favor them. Because by the end of the month, your 20,000 they go still pay you. Okay. Gary not go say because they pay you 20,000, but just sorry for you, save for you 100 naira. No. That same woman when they say Gary, she go do better than you when you receive 20,000 naira salary. Because as the inflation they high, price of things they go up, who they buy, they sell, it go they favor them. But you wait, we say the month end that you go receive the money, the same amount of money that you go receive. Those kind of people, inflation, not the favor them.
Okay, another question before we enter the final one. And the festive period don't come now. You understand? December, where we see everybody want celebrate, party, buy food, especially food. Now, the average Nigeria, how you feel say they will feel cope for this festive period? You feel say it go affect the average Nigeria, or if you say the inflation rate go down before that time, looking at things the way things they
go? The truth we say Nigerians. We get stronger though. The word is we are survivors.
Nigerians,
they always survive. That is why we not the push bad government come out. Because the day we go just stand up say, no, we not free bear them again. We not free bear them again. The government would know say, oh, it don't really happen. Make we change the style. The truth is, it will be very difficult for a lot of households. And they call them households because now the normal person now the inflation will affect.
Wow.
And we need to start planning now. This December not be time to take borrow money to take go east, go show yourself.
Yeah.
No. Now time to take, because the 2023 way they come, so now we're supposed to look ahead. We're supposed to look a little beyond Christmas. If we survive Christmas, 2023 will be election year. Now we're supposed to look. So even if you survive the December, it will eat you hard for January, February, March. So while you are planning December, start looking towards January, February. So the major thing I go tell you now be say, cut costs.
Cut your clothes according to your size.
No, according to your size, though, the material where you get.
You know if
if you fat, better try not so trouser, just so knicker. Not think of kaftan, just find singlet wear. So just make it size you fine, so far if you cover body. So reduce cost of your living if you are not increasing your earning. But the best advice is look for a way to increase earning. I looked for fuel yesterday. I drove the whole of Airport Road. I drove the whole of Airport Road, got back to Sample Road, drove to Refinery Road, came back, entered Japa Road, turned back. Guess where I got fuel? I got back to my neighbor. When you don't buy fuel, buy for plenty jerry can. You can't put table for outside. They sell on 350. So for that, my neighbor now, he don't get a way to overcome this situation. For now, business in don't open so.
Yes,
so
sir.
every Nigerian needs to think smart for this season. If you cannot cut your cost of living, try to increase your earnings.
Okay, you don't talk almost everything finish, but we won't end for this final one. Now, talking about the inflation, we don't discover, say, most politicians, they bring out some money where we say they don't keep for some kind of place, based on say they want to design the Naira note. If you say this one join and what did they happen, what did cause the inflation from Nigeria in this period?
Yeah, thank you very much. This particular question you asked, so now the current situation of the country now, and it is very important we talk about it so that the average Nigerian will know what is happening. What will be the name of this program again?
Hotspots.
Hotspot. And we they give current gist.
Yes.
The Arise program. Now during one event, it was
I think a burial.
Tribute ceremony. Then our politician come donate 500,000 cash. Bah! And you know before that,
you will have one like this.
500,000 cash. And before that time, we don't see a lot of money they pump out. Notes where they produce since 20 years ago, where they never spend at all, though they come outside. That is also a major cause of inflation. Now we talk say inflation are rising costs of things. But another thing what we not mention, they say the amount of money in circulation. The amount of money in circulation at that period of time is also very important, because CBN, when it's supposed to be in charge of controlling the inflation, they feel say money day the government, money day the society, money they move, people go feel buy, people. But some kind persons, when you get this money, don't pack and keep somewhere. So the money is not actually in circulation. It's one place. Although when the CBN they do good, though, it's from time to time they're supposed to do this redesign to checkmate all these people where they keep money somewhere. But from time to time. But this one, so it is too sudden, and the time frame when they give for you to go change your own is too short, and it's coming towards election period. I mean, politicians, they want to bring out money quick. I pray may they really do the giveaway. A friend of mine, Mr. Jollof, say make politicians begin to give people like 900,000, just credit people. just come to my house, just take Ghana must go. Make they do make the money circulate as it's actually supposed to be. The money is supposed to be in circulation so that everybody feel they receive the turn like that. But the money there with some set of persons. So that is also responsible for the inflation. But why me? I feel say this politician's strategy of bringing out those old notes. Why me I not like them? Be say, like I said earlier, the government don't lose control of the economic system. Every sector,
control
transportation, we don't lose control.
Wow.
And currently, by the standards, the inflation, we never mentioned the different rates. Okay. The inflation rate for Nigeria now, make I just quickly mention them. We get the creeping rate when it just they start small, okay. 3% and less. But then with the next one, we get the working rate. Okay. We don't they go up small, from 3% to 10%. So with the range of 3% and 10%, inflation they work out small. The next one at the running stage, between 10% and 20%. Now that stage now, currently, the last time I checked, Nigerian inflation there about 19 point something. That is to say, we won't even break common for the running stage.
Oh, cool.
So we won't enter what they call the hyperinflation state.
Wahala.
So after 20.0, which is the last number for the running stage, it means we won't fly now. Now danger. So it means the inflation things go rapidly they increase rapidly. So wow. if the change happen 3 months, 4 months, now we're going to say within 2 weeks, within a week, you go buy something.
So don't increase.
That rapid change might be the hyperinflation stage,
wow.
which is very dangerous for a country. And the way we they see them, so like I mentioned, 19 point something our inflation did now for Nigeria.
Wow.
So if we don't do something about it, now that do something about it, like CBN they try to do when they make them worse. So because inflation is an attempt, yes. And it might on the long run work, but immediately they said it, a lot of persons apart from government officials, when they stack this naira, they bring them out to go change them to add currencies. That's where you see they go arrest.
You know what they arrest recently, they see how much money you go.
So all those arrests that they do with bureau de change people, now all those money with people bring up. So if they have allowed it to naturally happen, give a long time frame every now and then, so gradually we go absorb them. So what my take is, politicians are responsible. Now they be government now. When we say government now, politicians, they are directly responsible for the inflation. Let's NNPC Limited look for a way. They said that they renovate the Warri refinery. Okay. And they said between now till the middle of next year, refinery will start refining. If all these things start happening, we never even talk of power sector. So all these things, immediately government takes this back. You be worried, boy, Abi?
Yes, sir.
I was born and brought up in Omochola. In those days, if we open tap, water they run. True or true?
True.
When they don't wash water about that they wash, we're gonna see red water. We go line up. Everybody go wait. So all those are things that will, if the normal man in the street can open tap and fetch water, before you know, all things will be going back to normal. And that is what we prefer. So my take is, politicians and government, they are directly responsible for the inflation.
Thank you very much, Mr.
If you clap, not they do.
I go clap. Thank you very much, Mr. Evans. You don't really talk everything what we need to know about this current inflation, what they happen for Nigeria. And it all boils down to say, this next year election where they come, make you vote wisely. Because when you put better person for that place, now it will really help the economy stand well. Because the more they put bad people, the more they think they continue, they go. So you will be Nigerian, you get your PVC. Try vote wisely next year. Thank you very much, Mr. Evans, where you don't talk about everything. Yes, so now here we go match break for everything what we're going to come today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment for the Hotspot for U20 TV. My name still remains Isa Perry, your Talk guy. Till we see you again next week. Bye-bye.